Hey guys, how's it going? This is Prophet, and I've hit about 50 hours now playtime for Tekken 8, and I think I'm ready to share for all you new players out there, for whoever may need a little bit of help getting somewhere. Yeah, so here, without further ado, here is some learnings that I have picked up in my 50 hours of playing the game. Rule number one. Do not mash, because there are insane consequences for whiffing, for doing something unsafe if it's blocked. Like, for example, most launches in this game are minus 15 on block, I think. So if you do your down forward 2 launcher for some characters like Clive, for example, Shaheen, and a few others that have down forward 2 launches, if that gets blocked or that gets whiffed, you'll be insanely minus and you will get punished. Tekken 8 is infamous for its aggression and for its insane damage potential and its broken characters. Would I say all the characters are broken? No, not necessarily, but there are characters that are quite unfavorable to play against, and a few of those characters are Brian, Eddie, Nina, Anna. Pretty much every female character in this game is unbearable to play against, and that's because they all have like really crazy, confusing moves. Like, it'll look like a high, but it's actually a low. It'll look like a low, but it's a high. And then they got all these counter hit properties and all that shit. Also playing against like characters like Jin and Kazuya, and now that I know how to counter Kazuya, Kazuya is not really a problem for me anymore. I don't really have any issues beating him. Just got a sidestep, and yeah, he literally misses. That's one thing I've learned, is just which characters I definitely don't like playing against, which is pretty much every single female character in this game. I don't rematch female characters as a baseline unless it was like a, I don't know, it's like you feel like you have a chance to beat them, or you're close to beating them, then I'll rematch them. But most of the time I won't, and that's not a skill issue. You know, this is I paid the same amount of money for this game as you guys did. I can decide who and I want to play against. It doesn't really matter what you think at the end of the day. You know, not committing too much to combos, focusing more on punishment and whiff punishing, and learning which moves are safe on block that you can continue your offense. And also playing a character that is a meta character. Like, if you play a character like Shaheen, like I do, Shaheen is a good character, and there are a lot of high level Shaheen players out there, no doubt. But Shaheen is quite limited in his toolset compared to most other characters. Like, that's why I started playing Clive, because I was getting frustrated at losing to characters who had all these bullshit ass moves. And I heard that Clive has a lot of bullshit ass moves, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. I've been playing the hard way this whole time. Let me go ahead and pick up Clive. And Clive is piss easy to play. Like, I don't give a shit who you are, what level you are. I labbed for 5 minutes with Clive and I won my first game. You guys saw that fucking gameplay that I put up. Clive is piss easy to play. So you want an easy character to play that does high damage and has really cool moves and great mix-ups, and like, look at that. That guy was not expecting that, and then Torgal comes out, and I can continue my combo, get some solid damage. Clive's just so easy to play. He's brain dead. It doesn't. I'm not going to admit that it takes any skill to get this far. Of course, naturally, as you progress further in the ranks, the competition gets better, and they're more aware of how Clive plays. So then you've got to play a little bit less predictably and use his strengths. And that's what this Heihachi here is experiencing, is just, you know, learning that I am not going to just be a typical Clive and mash. I'm going to wait, because I'm trying to get those gold ranks, guys. Trying to get to those gold ranks. The next gameplay, it's against the same guy. I mean, he didn't rematch me for some reason, even though I felt it was quite a fair game. He was good at Heihachi. Anyway, back on track. playing a good character. Like, spend time learning a good character. A character that's considered top tier. Because you'll have a way more fun time playing this game. And also, you know, if you, I mean, it's all good to learn an easy character and all that. One that's brain dead, you know, one that doesn't really, that carries you. That's fine to do. But if you really want to get, like, you want to be like a really good player and have good fundamentals, develop solid fundamentals, then you have to play someone who at least requires some skill to play, execution-wise. Like, that's why I started playing Shaheen, and that's because it teaches you, he basically teaches you Tekken fundamentals. So now that I have an idea of how Tekken plays, it's super easy for me to beat ultra hard difficulty bots as Shaheen. It doesn't matter which character I play against, I can beat them on ultra hard. If there's a character I don't know how to play, and I play the campaign on ultra hard, it's unlikely I'm going to do very well, and that's because I don't know the character. So yeah, that's one thing. Learning how to throw is very important. Like, a lot of players that I've noticed don't... I mean, this Heihachi is pretty good at breaking throws. He broke almost all my throws, but most players don't break throws. Like, it's the freest damage you'll get. It's 12 frame startup, so it will beat pretty much every launcher. Crouching attacks as well are really good to use. Crouching attacks, you know, have a lot of launches on them, so especially Well Rising 2 is really strong. Most characters have a Well Rising 2, at least Clive and Shaheen do. I think fucking Ram does too. As for the other characters, I don't know. Heat. Heat is best saved for combos versus actually just doing a raw heat smash. Well, raw heat smash, you know, is great to win games and, you know, get some damage if you really are desperate for it. But it's a resource nonetheless, because it can help you close the gap and continue your combos. Rage arts are very risky to use in this game compared to Tekken 7. Like, if you had a rage art and someone, you know, you caught someone mashing, you could literally do your rage art and you would catch them most of the time. In this game, which is good, they're minus 18, which is launch punishable. You need at least to be minus 15 for it to be launch punishable. I think it's good that they are minus 18 because it makes them a little less relied on. I think now most players will prefer to keep their rage mode so they can do more damage and potentially come back. Like, you'll see in this gameplay, I think, you know, neither of us end up using our rage art. I mean, I have to use my rage art a bit because it's just a panic button. And Clive's rage art is quite good. But this is the same Nina that I versed in my promotion video, and this is the match before that. I just look at that. No, you don't need fancy combos to play Nina. You just do that move, into that move, into that move, into that move. Too easy. And she's doing quite fine. You know, no fancy combos, just pretty basic. Because of that bullshit ass low-high mix-up that she has. That comes out super quick. And there's another launcher there. Anyway, that's pretty much all the tips I have. Just learn how to throw, learn your safe strings, use a basic, easy to play, no execution character to do well. Don't spam your rage art when you have it because it's minus 18 on block and it's super punishable. And because I know that, if someone uses a rage art, I don't press. I just wait and I punish them I punished the Nina in that other video, but not this one. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know what you've learnt in your time playing Tekken. And if you see my gameplay on screen, I'd love some criticism. I'd love some analysis. I'd love some feedback on that gameplay. Because it makes us all better in the long run. Alright, see you later guys.